Have we pushed forwards as far as we can go? We have. Can we get to there? No. Poon and Bidar must die. That can be arranged. Found you from the Kaiserreich Germany game a few weeks ago. You do some great quality content. I'm very happy to find your content. Cheers, Master Matt. Appreciate that. It is difficult trying to keep up a consistent level. Like sometimes when the audio and stuff kicks out, I'm like, oh, it's annoying. Especially with the latest Windows update completely resetting my microphone settings. That was not helpful. Microsoft, don't screw with it like that. Hopefully it's back to normal. You'll have to tell me. Because I didn't write down what my settings were. I just kind of memorized them. Although on my microphone, with the gain input, I've just like got a black felt pen. Just like put a mark next to where the gain setting is on there. So I can always like tweak it back to how it was. What happened to the Princely Federation game? Game got too slow. Like, Kaiserreich has a problem that if you play beyond a certain point, the game just crawls to a halt. And we'd reached that point, and there were no wars and no action due for a while, and just running through time, where you're doing like 1 hour every 4 or 5 seconds. It was just too slow. So I switched to something else, which happened to have been Kaiserreich, and they are attacking me. I think I'm going to wait until they are locked in. Come on then. You're not reinforcing? You are reinforcing. No, you've given up. Well, it is your advantage. You are making me fight in the jungle. 85% chance of success. Well, we do have the besieging artillery now. Actually. Oh, we usually have 4 points. So, we'll leave Dre 81's army there. We'll pull the rest of you back. OBS updated for me and messed up all the mic settings and ruined my videos. RIP. Yeah, it's a problem when that happens. OBS hasn't been too much of an issue for me, thankfully. I've actually had a pretty good time with it. But the Windows update screwed me. Like, thankfully I was doing a community multiplayer game, which I do every Saturday. Next Saturday we'll be playing Kaiserreich again. You're welcome to join us. A couple of players were missing last time, so there's always going to be some turnover. That's on Saturday, kicking off at 3 PM until 6 PM. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'm probably in America at the moment, so won't be playing. But this Saturday, as in the 24th of June, we will be playing, definitely. 3 PM, British summertime. If you want to join that, I would very strongly recommend that you check out the Discord channel. If you are not there already, you can find the Discord channel here, because that's where I post most of the details. And generally, when a game's already happening, like that one, then I don't post those details up on YouTube, because I don't want to have too many new signings, otherwise things just get messy. But if I'm doing a brand new game, then I will. So Discord is the place to get that kind of information. Plus, it's where the Mordred Viking community hangs out. So if you want to get to know people with very similar interests to your own, then I cannot recommend it enough. It's also a very good resource for multiplayer games and things like that. So there you go. We still can't do that. We could get the new Diplo idea. Although we're waiting for Tech 19. No, 20. No, we're not going to get it yet. But that is another merchant. And merchants are useful. Plus something which is not always known. If you have a merchant collecting in your capital zone, so that would be Novgorod for me, then you get a big bonus depending on the number of merchants you actually have out and about. So you'll see here transfer from Kiev, Samarkand and Kashmir. You will also notice Kiev, Samarkand and Kashmir are where I have a merchant active at the moment. So I'm basically getting a 30% bonus to the trade power in Novgorod because of merchants I have elsewhere. So it is a very good idea to keep a merchant in your capital trade node, not necessarily a capital node, but your trade node, your home trade node, for that bonus. Then the more merchants you have out in the world, the more of a bonus you get at home as well. And I think that does trickle down in terms of trade from downstream or trade from upstream. Hang on, let me just double check how that works. Oh, that's 100% control. Wow, 100% control. Nice. Transfers from traders downstream. So yeah, that plus 39.1 I think is because of the amount of control I have over Novgorod. No, downstream is further down. Yeah, it's the people pushing up. So ignore Novgorod, not important. But it's a really important thing to know for trade. How long do the games run for? Roughly 3 to 4 hours. And if we don't finish that week, then we'll continue. Although, actually, if Kaiserreich gets updated to Death of Dishonor, we may well start a new game of Death of Dishonor. If that does happen, I will try and post something up on YouTube on Friday to tell you. I'm actually going to be in Michigan. Michigan is very nice this time of year. Because I also work as a game design consultant, and the company that I work for are based in Michigan. I try and fly out there once a year. Person to person is always a lot more effective. Why can I not get to Raipur? Wait. Oh, I'm at war with Gondwana, aren't I? That would be why. You are blocking me. Aha. Let's move you there. Let's move you there. Marvellous. Can I please explain the merchant thing? Yeah, sure. So, in the the home node, so that for me is Novgorod, because this is where both my trade capital and my actual capital are, but this only really matters on where the trade capital is. If you have a merchant collecting from trade in that node and nowhere else, it can only be collecting from trade in that node. If you have another one collecting from trade anywhere else in the world, you do not get this bonus. But if you do, if you have those criteria, then you will get additional transfer from ... which you see at the bottom of the tooltip. So we have transfer from Kiev plus 10%, transfer from Samarkand plus 10%, transfer from Kashmir plus 10%. You basically get a 10% bonus for every merchant that you have transferring trade power anywhere else in the world. So because I have 3 other merchants, Kiev, Samarkand and Kashmir, I get a 30% bonus to trade power in my home node. And that is especially useful when you have a lot of competition in your home world node. For example, Venice, Genoa, Lubeck. English Channel to a lesser extent, but especially those first 3. It is a really powerful bonus to have your merchant collecting from trade there, and then the more merchants you have out in the world, the more bonus you have, which is why merchant republics, one of the very few reasons why they are better is because they get 1 free merchant. But as soon as trade companies come in, which gives you a free merchant, and as soon as colonial nations come in, which also give you a free merchant, then you do start to get overwhelmed by simply the trade power of other nations because of that bonus. So it's a very important thing to have. And that's also one of the reasons why trade is... Whoops, no, not that. Trade is so powerful because you get 1, 2, 3 more merchants from the trade idea, which is essentially a 30% bonus, on top of all the other bonuses like the global trade power, which is a further 20%, or the trade efficiency, which I think also factors into that, although trade efficiency is more directly how much money you earn, and then trade steering and caravan power also affect that. So yeah, trade is definitely one of the most directly useful bonuses to have. No guys having rebels, and you're actually sieging me down and trying to block me off here. Let's have you go and kill them. Hopefully we can get through to Karakum, otherwise we're in a bit of trouble. You go there, you go to Goa, you take those 2. Common wisdom is that merchants collecting at home is bad. Maybe it used to be that way. No, I've never agreed with that. I've always had someone collecting at home because people do not know about that bonus. The bad one is when you're collecting anywhere else other than home, because then you suffer a massive penalty both at home and in that other node, and you don't get that bonus. So always collect at home, always. And for a further bonus, if that's not enough for you, there is another bonus actually if you're collecting at home. And this one I think is the one that is known about, is you can see this plus minus here. This is the modifier you're getting to the amount of trade you collect. So for example, in the Novgorod node right now, I am collecting 31.1 ducats of the total. Yeah, it says there 31.1 ducats total of the however much money this place is worth. Which no, sorry, 31.1 is what it's worth. For some reason it's equal, but never mind. So that's not right. Why is that showing 31.1? How can I be collecting all of the trade node if I have 73% of it? Oh, the outgoing is not counted in that. So I'm collecting 100%? Oh, I am. Everyone else is pushing out. Okay, so start again. I'm collecting 31.1 ducats from this trade node. It happens to be 100%. Usually it's not. But you'll notice that the number here is higher. That's because it is modified by this number, which is your trade efficiency. It's your burghers, if you have them happy. It's your head of time and diplotech, which is plus 20%, which is very powerful. And then merchant present. You can see that plus 10% merchant present. That means that the amount of money which I'm getting from the ducats which I've earned is increased. So I am collecting 31.1 ducats, which is then increased by 65% to make 51.3. So the higher this number is, the more potent your merchant or the power that you have here. So for example, Sweden in their home node, if they do have a efficiency of 100% in here, which they do, then they are effectively doubling the amount of ducats they actually collect. So they collect 9.07 ducats from the total value of 18.1. That is then doubled to 18.1. So the higher this number is, the more clout you actually get for the amount of ducats you've earned. So you get that extra 10%, which is quite a lot when you're considering like 60% is the total I get. Again, modified further by trade efficiency, which is generally a direct factor of trade. Plus, trade ideas give you access to policies which give you even more trade. I don't know if I have any available. Yeah, trade efficiency plus 10%. That would be another bonus on top of that. So trade efficiency and having a merchant collecting in your home node, again, very important. I really must do a trade video at some point. Because it's one of the areas of this game which is definitely less well understood by the players. And I've spent quite a long time playing as trade nations. I understand a lot of it. There's still a lot of things which I am not clear about. So for example, one thing which I'm not clear about, and if someone here can tell me, then that would be fantastic. I currently collect transfers from traders downstream plus 5.3. Where's that number from? What modifies it? I have no idea what calculates that 5.3 plus 5.3 from transfers downstream. None. So if anyone can clarify that particular number, that would be fantastic. I would love it if you did a trade video. Well, actually, time to plug something else. I have a Patreon, which is a way of directly supporting the channel outside of advertising. It is a subscription service, and basically, once I'm earning $100 a month on there, I'm going to start putting out a tutorial-y type video a month, and probably sitting right at the top of that tutorial list is a trade video. So I would absolutely love to do that, but it is going to be quite a big investment in time because I'm basically going to have to play through as a trade nation to get to the various points where I can show those abilities and those modifiers off, and that takes time, plus putting the video together and getting the script and everything put together. It's a bigger investment than I usually do doing a Let's Play. So I would absolutely love to do these type of tutorial-y videos, but the channel needs to kind of grow to the next stage for me to do that. But once I have that $100 a month from Patreon, then I will be putting out videos like the trade video. I also want to do one about doctrines on Hearts of Iron. Like, a lot of people always yell at me saying, why are you going Grand Battle Plan? It's because I think Grand Battle Plan is really strong, and there are various reasons for that. And I can give you the pros and cons of the different doctrines from my experience playing with them. But again, I need something up front to make that financially worthwhile. How close is Nogai to being integrated? 87.9% right now. And someone else is jumping in. Orissa is attacking. No, Malabar is attacking. Punjab wants out. Tough. Ah, you took this province. No, Durpat. Well, we're about to kill your army, possibly even stack wipe them. Certainly stack wipe them. Excellent. Do I need both of these armies to attack you? No. So we'll leave you here to retake the fort. Vijayanagar is attacking Orissa, I think. Yes, they are. I need to wait for these two sieges, then I can push in a little bit further. Yeah, if I was going to be doing the trade video, I'd probably play as Venice, because Venice is the easiest way to get across a lot of these examples, because they're in a really strong position to do that. And it's very easy to talk about transferring trade power around the Mediterranean. Is just the clearest area. Like, the direction where the arrows are going, it's just the most obvious. Like, trade goes from east to west. almost solely here. While in other places you have arrows coming from all kinds of directions. Like going north and going south, going west, going here. It's just easier to explain there. Plus, I know that area pretty well. And the trade nodes are a bit closer together. Compared to explaining it for English Channel, for example, there's trade nodes coming from all over the place, including off the map at the beginning from the Americas, which you can't see. Oh, clergy wants more territory. That must have been there a while. Yep. Okay then, clergy. That can be arranged. So long as I can grant territory while I'm at war, I think I can. Except apparently I've given most of this stuff away already. This is definitely a clergy one. High tax rate is for clergy. It's a very valuable province though, unfortunately. Aha! We can go around the back way. Marvellous. Ooh, yeah. Go and siege down Visionga. You go and do Visionga. And Opiat's done as well. Excellent. Right, let's... You can go there. You can go there. You can go there. Alright, just a heads up, I'll probably go for another half an hour or so. And then I will need to go because it will be 4 AM. And it's getting a bit late. Alright, Kadoab's done. Oh, that's blocking me. Alright. Alright, Gondwana wants out. That probably means that we've taken their capital. Yes, it does. I think we can probably get rid of Gondwana. I don't think I want anything from them except for money. And war reps. And annul treaties with Visionga. And Punjab, why not? Oh, you're not going to do that. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Who needs sleep? I do! Gain 392 ducats, lose 25 autonomy on Rostov, clergy gains loyalty, Burghers lose loyalty, clergy gains influence, which is a little bit dangerous. Or mild reprimand. I think I'm going to reprimand you. Oh, rebels. Aha! Glad I checked. Cheap. And you? Acceptable. And you? Acceptable. How's the autonomy? Sorry, absolutism. Complete opposite to autonomy! It is currently 1.5%. Good. How's the splendor increase going? We have more than multiple universities. Excellent. Absolutism is climbing up. Marvellous. Multicultural nation we still can't get, and we won't be able to get because we don't have humanism, I think. Which one increases the number of accepted cultures? Yeah, cultural ties from that. Is that the only one? I thought that influence may have had one. No. Okay. Discord chat is interesting. Oh, please tell me they're not screwing around. Yeah, it's happened before. Okay, so we've lost our cheap construction guy. But we are able to continue expanding stuff. We do have a lot of Patriarch authority still, so we could just go and bring him back again. We are still doing a lot of construction, so yes, I think it is worth having that. And development here and there where we are able to afford it. How's our manpower? Oh, manpower's fine. We could probably do with building a couple of barracks just to get that manpower up even further. There we go. Good. Alright. You... no. So have you go there, have you go there. Why do I feel like he's done something similar to Stalin's purges? I would never do such a thing. Never, never, never. Alright, no. Let me siege more stuff. Alright. I can convert more stuff. Purge the heretic, the mutant, the alien. Nogai relations are increased. Nogai is 89%. So Nogai is definitely progressing again, which is good. I can't believe I just took my eye off of it, because it was taking so long anyway that I just took my eye off of it, and then it wasn't progressing at all. And Vijayanga is trying to siege their stuff back. Plus we have rebels. Bah humbug! And you never beat them. Can you go and beat them, please? And then siege that. Thank you. This war against Vijayanga is basically over. In fact, we probably should just end it before someone jumps in and crushes them. Ooh, I'd forgotten Punjab was in this war. No, I'm just going to take it from Vijayanga. Although, actually, we can piece Punjab out for monies. Yeah, we can. Not war reps, though, because we'll probably want to go to war with them again soon. So Punjab will peace out. And then Vijayanga, I want all the things. Especially your forts, because they were annoying. Okay, they're not that far south. Take that area. This. That actually looks reasonable. 99.8% overextension. That's like a perfect number. And 100 ducats. Fantastic. Tabristan, Persia, Vijayanga, Punjab, Gondwana, Garhwal, and Orissa all in a coalition. I'm okay with this. Boom! And we have quite a lot of coring to do. Thankfully, we are Russia, so coring is cheaper. And also, we have a boatload of admin because I was saving it up for just such a situation. And we can go ahead of time in Diplo. For the first time, we are further ahead in Diplo than anything else. Mentalness. Alright, let's pull the rest of you back. In fact, you're killing their rebels yet, that's fine. You go ahead and do that. You guys can do that too. Is that last 1% worth rebels? Probably, or else it's the bit down here, which I hadn't sieged yet because there were forts in the way. You never killed them. Can we please go and kill these guys? Thank you. Do we need a leader? Nah. Right, the other thing is we can build some more universities, which I think would be worthwhile. Ooh, silk. Does silk increase development cost? Or decrease development cost? It might do. And actually we've just taken a bunch of India, which is cotton heavy. Although no, I don't want to be building in India right now because I will be I'll be coring them and then I'll be converting them. Right, let's go back to the development map mode. Sukhov can do with one. I'm basically going for anywhere which is fairly light coloured. That'll do. And we have a free advisor. Do we have any cheap advisors, which would be from the clergy? Like this guy. Yeah, we do. Need to wait until I have the money to actually pay him. Meanwhile, army maintenance can go down, because I don't think we need that. And we shouldn't be paying for forts, except apparently we are. Whoopsie. Minor lords. With the Tatar yoke, increasingly distant memory in the expansion land directly administered by the Tsar, it's becoming increasingly clear that we may need more minor landholders. Traditionally, the landed aristocracy would be the primary candidates to be given this privilege, even for the smaller patches of land. I'm going to take the Sudetnik because we are not really using Strasky, because our armies are already huge.